सारे students को नमस्कार. Today we'll be going to discuss the problem number 7 from the ISI MSTAT PSB 2024. So we are given with two random variables x1 and x2, IID uniform 0, theta. We want to test h naught, theta equal to 1 against h1, theta equal to theta 1, where theta 1 greater than 1 is fixed. Next, we are given with two tests. First test is reject h naught if x1 greater than 0.95. Next test is reject h naught if maximum of x1, x2 greater than kappa. So we need to find out kappa based on the condition that both the tests have the same size. Then we have to find the power of the two tests and we have to declare which test we will prefer. So for solving this problem, we will require two concepts. One is of size and another is of power. So the definition of size is probability rejection of h naught when h naught is true, and of power is probability rejection of h naught when h naught is false. So first we find out the size of both the tests. So the size for the test 1 is probability under h naught x1 greater than 0.95, which is 0.05. Then we find the size for the test 2, where probability h naught maximum of x1, x2 greater than kappa. Then we just reverse it and write it as 1 minus probability under h naught, probability maximum of x1, x2 less than equal to kappa. Now since maximum of x1, x2, maximum of both the random variables is less than equal to kappa, it means that all the individual random variables are also less than equal to kappa. So we can write it like this: x1 less than equal to kappa, intersection x2 less than equal to kappa. Now we can write it as product because x1 and x2 are independent. And also since they are identical, the probabilities will be same. So we can write it as square. Now by the CDF, we can write it as 1 minus kappa by theta whole square. And under h naught, theta is 1. So we get 1 minus kappa square. And since size of both the tests are equal, so we can write as 0.05 equal to 1 minus kappa square, and we can get that kappa equal to root over of 0.95. So now for part B, we have to find out the power for each of the tests. For test 1, we get the power using just the CDF formula. And for the second part, we use the same technique which we have used in the first part. Now, instead of kappa, we'll just write root over 0.95. And thus we get like this: 1 minus root over 0.95 by theta 1 of whole square under h1, as theta equal to theta 1 under h1. Now, theta 1 is greater than 1 given. So, if we multiply it with theta 1 again, so we get theta 1 square greater than theta 1. And now we can write like this: 0.95 by theta 1 greater than 0.95 by theta 1 square. And this step is as follows. And since size of both the tests are same, the power can be compared. Otherwise, it can be compared. So now we know that higher the power, better the test, and thus from the above condition, test 2 is preferable. Hare Krishna.